All right, good morning. When it comes to injuries, there's nothing new from anything I reported from yesterday. When it comes to the game, very disappointed in the outcome of that game, as we all should be. And getting a chance to look at it last night and look at it again this morning, I would say this: effort was not the issue with that game. I thought our guys, I thought they played all the way to the very end. What really showed up is, like, they did some things schematically I thought that was challenging, offensively and defensively, that we really have to take a look at and try to hone in on, try to fix those things. And I would say some of their players just made plays. And I said this yesterday, man, this is a playmakers league. Between the quarterback, the receivers, some of their defensive backs and their D linemen, those guys made the plays that should have been made, and we didn't. So, again, it was not total effort. Scheme, we have to look at some things they did that was pretty challenging, and that happens every week. And then just, man, those playmakers they really made some plays. And this quarterback's a good quarterback, and again, that's nothing that's new for you guys to know, because we talked about that. But it definitely wasn't just total effort. In saying that, any questions? Someone asking? Because you muted.
Collins, we can't hear you. You unmuted, but for some reason your mic's not working. We still don't hear you.
Still muted.
Can you hear me, AG?
Yeah, I got you.
Rich.
Yeah, I got you, Rich.
Yeah, I've been having a little technical difficulties myself here, so I apologize. But as long as you can hear me.
Yeah, all good. I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Just to follow up on what you just said about not being effort related, that
Yeah.
you indicated yesterday, is there any specific thing that when you're analyzing that, when you go back and watch it on tape, what do you look for specifically? Or is certain things in certain plays or techniques? Or how do you know that?
Yeah, I mean, there were especially when you go into that fourth quarter. I mean, you saw our guys running to the ball. You saw our guys making plays. Even when it got to a point where all they were trying to do was run the ball, our guys didn't back down from that at all. And I would say that most of the time when that happens, I mean, that's when you have an effort issue. You saw our guys; they were running on and off the field the whole time. Man, it was nothing about them that they were throwing up the white flag and they were quitting. So, to me, that's the one thing I really want to look at and see how that was. Again, schematically, there were some things challenged, absolutely. But, again, our guys did not quit. I mean, they were running to the ball. They were trying to defend the pass. They were doing all those things they need to do to try to win that game. And that was evident when you go back and just watch the game. And again, watching it twice, that really showed up.
How much do games like this and, the way the last 4 games have gone, how much do they challenge your resolve and your belief? Because you're big into don't ever waver and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But does it make you second guess anything that you're doing or we're trying to do? I mean, I know the circumstances are tough right now, but does it challenge your belief at all?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I think there's a certain way that you win games in this league, and I think most coaches feel like that. And again, I've been through this before a number of times, and man, when you have a way that you feel like you can win games, and that way has been proven. I mean, I don't go away from that at all. I mean, obviously you want to tweak some things here and there depending on your team and how you want your team to be built. But when it comes to how you win, there's nowhere at all that I'm wavering from that. And I don't think our players are wavering from that either. And that's a good thing. Listen, we have one more game left. We have 1 week left to continue to improve, and that's what we're focused on. And this is a playoff team, so that gives us another chance to go out there and play against a playoff team, and I'm looking forward to that.
I'm going to try again. Can you hear me?
Yep, got you.
All right. The scores these last few weeks, I mean, you're losing by more than 21 points, I think, 4 straight weeks.
Yeah.
How much does that A, bother you, and B, concern you?
Absolutely, it bothers me on a number of different levels, because you want to play complementary football. And listen, these games, and I told the players this during the week, there are some weeks where you see the worst team, end up beating the best team. I mean, you saw Cleveland end up beating Pittsburgh yesterday. So you never know how these weeks are going to go. The only thing that you can control is the way that you play. Right, so complimentary football is something that we've been striving for a while, and we haven't had a chance to accomplish that, and I know that. So even when we are defensively, even when we're not as good defensively, man, we need our offense to come along and be able to help, along with our special teams too. And it goes vice versa. When our offense is not doing well, our defense has to do a better job. And I think you saw a little bit of that early in the season where our defense picked it up when our offense wasn't moving the ball as well. But right now, we're just not playing complimentary football. No coach likes to lose by 20-some points. I mean, that's obvious. The thing that we got to do is, man, how do we eliminate those things? How do we schematically, how do we, as players, make these plays to make sure these things don't continue to happen?
AJ, not to make excuses.
Yep.
Like when you're evaluating all this and you look at that film and you see the players that are out there, do you try to balance it with the fact that, a lot of these guys are young guys, a lot of these guys, may or may not be on the roster next year. Like, does that factor into, like, the big picture when you're looking at these final scores and that kind of thing? Listen,
we have a way that we want to play every game. We have a way that, like the question before I asked, there's a philosophy on what I think wins games. And to me, I look at that, and I look at our brand as, man, this is how we're going to go about doing things. And it doesn't matter who's in the game. Because those guys are coached, those guys are in meetings, and we expect you to play to a high level. So when I get it, we have, 3 rookies that's playing, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. I mean, we got to go out there and we got to execute and we got to play. And is it tough on them? Absolutely it is. This is the NFL, and every game is going to be tough. But no one's going to make any excuses by who's in the game, who's not in the game. Guys, we got to work our asses off, and we got to win our one-on-ones and compete at the highest level.
What's the latest on Tyrod? Is he back with the team?
Say it again.
The latest on Tyrod Taylor, is he back with the team?
Well, I'm gonna talk to Tyrod later today. Again, it was a personal issue. I really don't want to get into that. That's something I want to make sure we keep between just me and Tyrod. But I will talk to Tyrod later today.
Aaron, just one game management question for you.
Yep.
So in the final 2 minutes of the first half, it's 28-3.
Yep.
Right. You bang a timeout. I think it was like a minute 48 left. You used 2 timeouts there.
Yeah, I got you.
I just want to get another possession.
Absolutely. Here's what I'm looking at. I didn't mean to cut you off. Here's what I'm looking at. I think it was 28-3. We had them in a backed up situation. I think I punted a really good job, put them in a backed up situation. I think we had 3 timeouts. The first play they had a running play. It goes to 2nd and 7. I bang a timeout at that point. And absolutely, man, I'm trying to give our offense another chance because I know we're getting the ball back coming out of halftime. So, and then they throw a ball, which is incomplete. It ends up being 3rd and 7. Then at that point, I'm like, man, we have a real shot. I'm talking to Tanner now. I'll go from defense to talking to Tanner, man, let's get our 2-minute situation ready. Because if we can go and score, right, and get to 10 points, then come back at the halftime and score again 17 points, man, it's 28-17. We're back into this game. That's the only thing I'm thinking about as a coach is how do I give our guys a chance to get back in this game.
Along the same lines, in that same situation, Vrabel called a timeout with 19 seconds left, which kind of raised some eyebrows. What did you think of that?
I don't know. I'm not with the Patriots, so I have no idea what the thought process was.
Right, seemed a little unusual.
Did y'all ask him?
I just seemed unusual to call it timeout with 19 seconds left. I don't know.
Maybe he's trying to get the ball back. I don't know. Got to ask him that.
Aaron, you talk about your brand and stuff like that. How often have you seen it, and how do you, I don't know, how do you get it to be seen more consistently? Yeah, well,
there was we were playing Jacksonville, and I showed the team this. And if you guys go and watch the way that we ran the ball against Jacksonville, I thought it was very, very impressive on us controlling the line of scrimmage, us running the ball, being physical, being violent. It was actually after the third quarter. It was 12 seconds. We ran the ball. Our guys got into a shoving match. the quarter ends, then we go down. We have a hell of a run on a physical play, and then we score a touchdown. And then we had other runs after that, and we had the passes that Brady was actually starting to get into a rhythm against Jacksonville. That was the brand of football that I want our guys to see, and I showed the whole team that. Right, defensively, I mean, there were some games early in the season that we were really, really like stymie as far as stopping the run and playing the pass. I showed our guys that. That's the brand that we want to play with. And sometimes you have to show your guys things so it could be remembered on this is how we play. And listen, I understand to the outside world, people might not understand that, but our guys know exactly what our brand is. We just have to do it consistently.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, everyone.
All righty.